First of all, thank you, Mr. Balram, for inviting me to this platform. I think many of my thoughts, actually many of Asha's thoughts are my thoughts as well. Demonetization as a tool, I think was last carried out in 1978 in India. The difference between then and now is India is a much larger economy, and the result of 1978, I don't think that many people are aware or probably not even registered properly in the history of Indian economy because it was not that relevant. But that's not the case when India is moving at a much faster rate of growth. So it's almost like you're taking off the wheels of an economy which is in swift motion. From that point of view, as Asha rightly mentioned, I think economically, I'm not sure whether it was a right move. It's not been done with great success anywhere in the world. I really doubt whether it will be any different in India as well. For the simple reason that India is a $2.25 trillion economy, and I think 22% of that is cash, right? So that's, when you compare it with China or Japan, the cash component is that much higher in India. So when you go for a demonetization move like this, it's much harder to execute in a country like India, which is so dependent on cash transaction on a daily basis. So whether it's your daily wage laborer to your street vendor, your dhobi to whoever it may be, it's a huge hit. Now the carrot that you have, that the government actually presents to you, is that it's all short-term ill effects, and in long term it's going to all yield great benefits. Now, yes, the jury is still out on that, so we still don't know how that's going to play out. But as of now, I think it's really impacted a vast section of the society, and I don't think for a long time these people are going to come out of it. I think that if you look around, it's all around you. People you deal with on a daily basis, and even small industries can tell you that they've been largely hit. So this economically for me doesn't make much sense. At least for the medium to short to medium term, I can't see this yielding much success. But yes, I mean, in the long run, I've spoken about demonetization to people like Nandini Lakini and Sharad Sharma and so on. What they feel is that eventually what India could become is like a digital economy superpower. Okay, now that's not going to happen in the next few years, but that could happen probably a decade later, and India could actually become one of the world leaders in digital economy or cashless economy. So that is, but again, you'll have to kind of wait for that. I mean, I'm not sure it's going to happen within a decade. The other problem is that 4 out of 5 villages in India don't have banks. That is severe. I don't think many countries have that problem. So 4 out of 5 villages in the country don't have banks, and I think 40 crore out of the possible 1.25 crore people in India have bank accounts. So a vast majority of people again don't have bank accounts. So this is the problem. So if we are trying to pitching for a cashless economy, you've got to realize that India is a largely cash economy, which is very different from some of the other Western markets. Now, this has resulted in, of course, it's got an economic impact as well, with the World Bank actually predicting that we will grow at probably 7% compared to 7.6%, which was predicted some time ago in 2016-17. So economically, it's already started. I think most of the economists around the world have banned this move. In fact, I had the opportunity to run into Mr. Richard Quest of CNN a couple of days back. So he was of the opinion that it is actually a frightening move, And he didn't dub it as a courageous move, he called it a frightening move, which has spread a lot of fear, especially in the middle class and lower classes of society. So he himself couldn't understand why this had to be done when India was actually doing so well. So economically, socially, I think it's not worked out for me at least. Of course, future will tell us what's in store. And politically, yes, politically, I think obviously the opinions always been divided. I think all that we'll know probably in 2019. I think we'll know what impact this has created politically. Thanks.